today we wanted to talk about how to make friends and find your tribe.
Yes.
Lately, I've been getting a lot of reading requests about people asking things like, are my friends trustworthy? Am I with the right group of people? Is it time to let go of my friends?
Yeah.
How do I find more like-minded people? Or just how do I make friends for the people that just honestly don't know how?
Yeah.
So we wanted to talk about that today in terms of manifestation tips, and then also just how to get out there.
Yeah, because when you do get older too, it's not like you could just go to school and you have this pool of people that's all around you and it's easier to make friends. You know, you have work demands, you may have children, you have life just moving so fast. So we understand this question. It may seem simple, but it's kind of complex finding people that you really feel connected to. You feel you can let your hair down and be authentic. So yeah, that's what we'll talk about today.
The first thing I want to say is, for some of you that are wondering about holding on to friends, just because you have history with somebody does not mean that you kind of need to remain as close, or that they need to go to the next chapter of your life with you. You can still love somebody from a distance, but if you find that either maybe you're often in competition with these friends, or there's always too much gossip going on where you kind of wonder at times, what are your own friends saying behind your back? And it's not in a positive sense, like you just know that they're kind of talking mess about you, or or they just no longer have similar interests, or maybe you are now goal oriented and you have projects that you need to focus on, or family, and they're still in the party life. Okay, you can still have love and care for them, but it doesn't mean that they need to go to the next chapter. So it's okay to say goodbye or set more boundaries and separate a little bit from people with history. History does not equal deep connection all the time.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that those people have to always leave your life, because I've had instances where I've had to let go of people temporarily and just allow them to find themselves, find their path, because you find yourself butting heads more, or your value system changes, but you don't want to press on to them what you believe. Like everyone is free to go on their own journey. So I would do that. Just release them for a time. And this is as simple as not calling as much or not being as available. After you have that kind of expression talk where you are honest with them, just back it up. And if they do circle back around, that's beautiful. But if they don't, you don't have to blame yourself or feel guilty, because certain people are meant to just be there with you in a certain chapter where your vibration was at that point in time. And if you're expanding, you're changing, you're evolving, it's not a bad thing to say, okay, let me just find someone new who could teach me different lessons, different parts of life. And if the other person comes back around with similar interests, then we can vibe again. There's no problem. But let's just relax a bit and have the freedom with allowing people to be fluid in our lives and out of our lives. I think a big fear is just change in general. So we like familiar territories. A person can be like that blanket that you had in childhood. They're just so familiar, self-security that, such a security that you don't want to lose it. But it really holds you back, because it takes up the space for you to manifest a new person. So trusting the universe enough to create the space for this new individual to come in that fits way better, that feels more at home, that's the best strategy. But if you hold your vibration to the person who frustrates you, then you lower your vibe and you get whatever you're focused on. So you could call someone in that's a new friend, but they have similar traits to the person you're frustrated about, because that's where you're constantly directing your energy, is to that frustrating friend that you've outgrown. So allow yourself the permission, like Erika was saying, set boundaries, allow yourself the permission to release.
Yeah. And remember, through the law of attraction, like attracts like. So if you feel yourself evolving, once you do let go of the connections that, like Christine said, no longer really match your vibration, no longer serving you, then the new ones will naturally come in. That's just how the law of attraction works. You'll manifest people into your life that are matching this new version of you. So it's okay. And again, you can still be in contact after some time, but you can't have them energetically blocking the doorway of new opportunity when it comes to friendships and community and like-minded souls coming in. The next thing to manifest new friends that are of your new vibration and the path you want to go is you have to know yourself first. Like, what is this new version of you? What are your interests? What are your values? What are your beliefs? And then also having learned from maybe the traits that you did not like about past friendships, like maybe whenever you told them something good, they brought your mood down and they were negative too much. So
when
now
is that gonna happen for me?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. We know people go into their moods, but every time it's like a downer.
Yeah. So now you know you want a friend that's gonna be, even if they're going through a tough time, they're still gonna be supportive of you. So write that on in your manifestation list. I'm so thankful that my friends are so supportive of me and happy for me even when they're going through tough times. Something like that. So you have to have a good understanding of who are you now, so that you can manifest these new friendships coming in.
And some people will hear this and say, oh, like, does that mean if you grow in your success and you leave some friends behind that you're changing, or it's a negative thing? But it's not a matter of that. It's really checking in with yourself and seeing, how does that person make me feel? So if they're making you still feel, even if they're in a different socioeconomic, background or different stage in their life, but they still know how to just be happy for you. They still know how to say that right thing to make you laugh. You guys have a good time together. That's totally different. Keep those friends. We're just talking about those who are not encouraging. They always have drama. They're always going through something. And I'm not talking about the natural ebbs and flows of life. They're just creating scenarios to be upset about, or they don't want happiness. So keeping people like that around is a downer and will continue your sense of feeling lonely and isolated and not understood, because you don't have that person to connect with both ways. It's just you pouring in. So if you're feeling drained, that's just a red flag for you. So it's not about, growing in your success and your pathway and saying, I'm so spiritually evolved now that I can't mess with you little beings anymore. It's not about that. It's just about checking in with, in all relationships, in your romantic and your friendship endeavors and your coworker relationships, they should all, more times have a percentage that skews, happy and uplifting versus heavy and obnoxious. Yeah.
And I think Spirit's agreeing with the beeping. To me, whenever something goes off like a dog bark or a beep, it's Spirit chiming in that's like, yup, listen. The next thing I want to say for those that struggle with meeting new people or taking risks is accept the invitation. When friends invite you out, accept the invitation. If you have nothing to do and you're just gonna watch Netflix, and even if it's maybe not something of interest all the time, just accept the invitation, because you never know who you might meet, and you never know what opportunities may come up. That's something that really helps me, because I was that person that was like, no, I want to just watch Netflix, and you're not going to meet people that way in your room, okay? So accept the invitation, take the risk. I know for some people that you may feel socially awkward or whatever it might be, especially as empaths, but okay, then take protective measures of guarding your energy, and you just got to try your best. You're not going to improve by doing nothing at all, so you just got to do it. Yeah,
so I like that. Accept the invitation, and then the other half of that is to find the new experiences, take charge, and there's groups now. Meetup.com is an amazing resource, and I loved when I moved to Long Beach, I would find different groups that resonated with me, and it was amazing. So just putting yourself out there in creative ways. You like to hike, there's a group for that. You like to go fishing, go camping, you like to do pottery, create ceramics. There's a tribe for everything. So it ties back into what Erika says about knowing yourself, knowing your interest, and just finding what correlates with that. And there will be people there who are open-hearted. And so that brings me to my next point of expect the best. Expect that people will like who you are and what you have to say. Because if you go in with that doubt and that thick insecurity about yourself, if you don't like you, how are you going to push you on other people to like you? That's not really fair. So do your self-love work first, and then expect that people will see all the benefits, connected to who you are. So if that means you take a list out and you write down all the amazing things that you love about yourself, just do that. Do that so you become aware again of how amazing you are as a person and what you have to offer another in a friendship. Don't just go looking for people to make you feel better about you. You have to first start with feeling good about you, and then attract those who also see it as well.
Yeah. And also, to me, some people, I've had one client one time that was like, I see people with so many friends on social media or something, for example. those are not all real friends. A lot of those are acquaintances, people they may know, but it's not about the number of friendships, it's about the quality of friendships. So I know my real friends, I can probably all count on one hand.
Yeah.
My real true friends. Well, maybe half of another. But you get my point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to have thousands or hundreds of friends.
So it's not even enough hours in a day to like hit everyone up like genuinely and wholeheartedly, you know what I mean? You can have a bunch of amazing acquaintances and feel special in that way, but numbers through social media, come on guys, it doesn't mean anything when it comes to who do you call when you're in the thick of it, when you're feeling at your lowest. Are you calling all of your followers? You know what I mean? No.
Yeah, and you know, some people might vent online or go live and go vent or something, but you know, again, remember, in this day and age, and I've been getting this message lately, social media is not real life, you guys.
Yeah.
So it's okay to also take a break from that as well and then focus on the real relationships that are around you in physical presence, or that have, you know, that you can call up and actually talk to.
The ones you have to cultivate, the ones you have to give and nurture, and then they give and nurture to you. It's like, it's superficial to say, oh, they're my friends because I go online, I vent, and I get some likes and some emojis that show me that they care. It's about really taking the time to get out into the real world, have fun, do activities with that person, have the person know your other close friends or your family, and that's where we get into building your tribe, because people of like vibration coming together is such a beautiful thing to connect the new people that you meet with, maybe friends that you did want to have still that grew with you, that you've known forever. I've known Erika so long, since elementary school, but we've evolved together. So it wasn't just because we reached a certain age, we said, okay, now I'm evolving, and it's, no, we both are on this journey together, and we introduce each other to new amazing friends from both sides, and we build a tribe in that way. And it becomes so fun when you take the pressure off of it, and you're just saying, we're all interested in these things, and let's spend time, no pressure, just maybe meeting up here and there and seeing where this thing goes. And then from that tribe, you may grow closer to certain people more than others, but you know you have a network that understands who you are and appreciates the uniqueness that you bring.
Mm-hmm. And if your tribe is just you and one other person, then that's beautiful. Or you and other two people, that's just as beautiful. So don't worry about the numbers. It's not about numbers. It's about quality. And then the next thing I would say is, even when you do meet new friends or people that are part of your tribe, it's also okay. You don't have to attach or cling to them either. It's okay if some people, again, come for a season to help you in your evolution, and then some will last a long time, some maybe not, but you don't have to. I know people, and again, it stems from abandonment issues, that they worry about getting close to people and then losing friends. But again, remember, everything is a lesson and everything is a purpose. So you can't remain attached to something just because you've lost other people in the past. Because maybe their purpose was already served, and that's okay too.
And if they let go or don't want to be your friend anymore, try not to take that so super personal. I know it's easier said than done, but I've lost friends before, and I understood it was because they're going through their own thing, right? They need to figure out their own way, or they wanted me to become someone who wasn't me. And that is okay. I'm more in tune with who I am, that I had to set a boundary and say, hey, I can't keep giving, and you're never, satisfied. It's like an empty abyss. And if you can't meet their demands, that's completely okay. It's about healing and understanding everybody has their own reality and freedom to express what they desire. And if you don't meet their mark of friendship, that's their stuff. And say, okay, that's fine. It doesn't mean I'm not a good person. It means I'm the type of person who believes in this set of values. So let me find someone and open my heart to someone who embodies that as well and really wants that as well for me.
And the last point I'm going to make too is, again, just kind of going back to one of the further beginning points, where people with history, if a friend is coming to you only when they need something, and it's not really a mutual effort, or they're not there when you need something, when you call them, they're not in the right space or they can't hear right now because they're still going through their stuff, that's not a real friend.
Yeah.
So it's okay to cut those relationships as well. That point just came to me, so I was like, oh yeah, I gotta share that real quick.
Yeah, because it's really annoying when you just look at your phone ring and you think, oh, they want to hang out or something, or just like, oh, I just need to vent, you know, oh, do you have something I could wear to this? And what are you getting out of your relationship? So just do a self-check inventory. What do I feel? And then go through your relationships. What do they add to my life? There should be some sort of value exchange. And if there isn't a value exchange and you're always pouring in, have a talk. You don't have to immediately just cut people off and say, oh, I'll just start over. Communication is key. Because sometimes people are unaware. Honestly, they're not really trying to mean harm. They really just need that nudge to understand, hey, you're being an ass, you know, like it's time to kind of grow out of these tendencies. And if you've had a couple of discussions and you feel it's still kind of not working out, we don't need to make these accommodations for friends, you know, where we just keep them because, oh, well, they did do that nice thing a few years ago, or they used to be this way. People outgrow every type of relationship across the board. So whether that's your, like I said, working environment, romantic situation, family dynamic, whatever, it's okay to release, okay? Because the more you realize nothing is permanent in this lifetime and you just allow for things to flow and change and evolve, oh my God, your life opens up to create such a peace for you. You're not stressing so much about the person showing up all the time and being this for you and that for you. You understand all of the things that you really desire from friends, you can find within first. And then once you illuminate that confidence of independent nature, then things come to you. People want to be around you because you're this attractive light. Yeah. All right. So that's what we have to say today, guys, about creating friendships, finding your tribe. If you have any ideas for us, please leave them below. Please share this video with anyone who you think it can help. Remember to like and to subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.